Okay? I think I'm going to open about an important presence in my life. This is going to be highly intimate, and it'll be really hard to talk about, but I think it's something I should do in honor. I know I've talked about this before, but I thought the timing right now is right. My relatives had a male pug named Cosmo. He was a very odd dog and had many problems in his life. He was flown in from Oklahoma and started with two problems. The first were worms, the second was hip displacement. At first, he ran around on three legs. The joint medications gave him more ability to walk properly. He, of course, hated the joint medications, but they tricked him into drinking it in coffee. But hey, if it works, it works. Don't knock it. Look how many people get antibiotics into their dogs with putting them in peanut butter. Casper preferred cream cheese. Now, what nobody noticed was my immediate bond with Cosmo. Everyone who got a puppy knows the awful stage of teething. I was in middle school at the stage of sleep cycle, stay up all night, sleep in, and crash on the weekends. So, I went to my relatives to meet Cosmo for the first time and fell asleep under a blanket for 2 hours. And when I woke up, I realized Cosmo was there next to me asleep. Again, no one noticed. What with my aunt's epic case of narcissism and all, they would never do it with anyone else except for her, especially not me. Now, something you should know if you don't already is how my dog Casper went through his teething phase. He was practically Pac-Man with things, especially towards me. One day, I grabbed him, lay on my back, flipped him to face me, and wrapped my arms around his chest and held him and let him feel my heart. He immediately calmed down. So I had a similar connection with Cosmo, but again, nobody noticed. Oh well, at least I have the memories, so that makes them count. And I told his diarrhea it was the only way he pooped. I remember he ran behind the couch. He smelled bad in the room. It smelled in the room, and when we looked, we eventually found a trail of shit behind the couch. Well, I'm sure cleaning it up was not fun. I often walked with my uncle and Cosmo when he got home from work, and my god, but it was awful. Just mush everywhere, and he moved while he pooped. Made my uncle have one hell of a time cleaning up. He literally had to pull up the grass, it was that bad. Cosmo had four favorite people: my grandma, my uncle, my cousin, and me. He loved my grandma. He actually laid on her shoulder on her recliner as gently as anything I've ever seen. We had a picture of her and Cosmo. Wonderful. But they don't keep it because it upsets my aunt, who is sure Cosmo loved her more than anything else, which was highly untrue. It's just that she thinks she's the empress of planet Earth, that everything else revolves around her. I mean, I love her, but still, classic narcissism. Cosmo tended to have an attraction to men. He loved his daddy, he adored his daddy. When daddy left, he did the awful howl like a bitch that pugs do. He also loved me, and my arm was grabbed and humped, which he only did to my uncle, my cousin, and me. He would also have an odd thing with my uncle. Cosmo would be on my uncle's lap on his recliner. I pretended to be punching his daddy, but instead of biting me, Cosmo sank his teeth into my uncle's knuckles, which was very counterproductive and drove him and my aunt crazy, especially my aunt. Cosmo loved playing with toys, particularly playing tug of war with me. He was little, but he was aggressive. He often won, and those teeth were sharp. He was like a shark. He had two rows of teeth. I always called him my puggy buddy, or else Pugger Snook. If you wanted the meaning of that, I called Casper the booby dog, since he wasn't very smart, so I called him a boob, and then suddenly I thought Boober Snook, so I called Cosmo the Pugger Snook. We played a lot when I would visit. It was fun for both of us. I won tug of war with Cosmo, but he got mad. So I often let him win, but he would get mad anyway because he knew that I was only letting him win. He was not a stupid dog, he knew exactly how to get his way. He had so many toys, and he tended to have favorites. These were often the ones that made noise, that talked, made specific sounds, or played music. When it was time to stop this, they took away the baby. He was so aggressive they ripped some toys apart. My cousin had to stitch them up if he really liked it, only if it didn't have a noisemaker. They had the toy graveyard. But like I said, he was aggressive and often ripped his toys apart. I felt so guilty if I was playing with him and a toy ripped apart while I was playing with him. My God, my aunt went hysterical, even if it was an annoying toy. I ended up holding an arm, tail, or leg. One time I decapitated a bear. I ended up with the head. That was an awful response, but from Cosmo and my relatives. Cosmo loved that toy, and everyone knew it. And this could not be fixed. The wrath of my family. The first toy we ever played with was a set of plastic keys. I should have brass that he flung in the back of my head the day I got it for him. Guess he really didn't like it. We'll return to Cosmo's story later.